The following is a presentation of the Belly Up Sports Media Network.
And I'm ready to go crazy because the Celtics are going all the way.
Hey, Nick, go handle our light work.
Bowl games matter.
I would like a cold cut sandwich.
Atta boy,
You can call him Eamon Owens because he ain't got no D and he ain't got no J.
James Madison.
Turn your body cams off. Do what you do.
Hey, everybody, what is going on? It is Tuesday night. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. Gabe, thank you. On time. I actually clicked the button 2 seconds early tonight just to make sure there was no free pizza getting delivered tonight. Scott's here. Scott, how you feeling, man?
But that motivation to go live is provided by me. I was out here with that rally cry. No free pizza, damn it. None. No free pizza for y'all. We're here.
It was close.
It was. I was nervous.
We were mid-story back there, and all of a sudden it was like, oh no, there's 57 seconds. Freak out ensued.
And also the first fuck me already. Like,
yeah,
okay, cool.
Right off.
Thanks, Joe. Love you too. Love you, Joe.
He also said that's not the first time Mike's gone early. Thank you for that. Gabe saying congrats on 250 Craft Brewed Sports, and Scott said here's to the next 250. You did,
fellas.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate everybody that subbed to the show, to the new subscribers, to the OGs that have been here from the start. Thank you guys so much. 250. It took us a while to get here. It was a slow burn, but we appreciate it. So yeah, let's push to 500 now. That's the next goal. Let's spread the word. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Let's get us to 500. That way Mookie can join in. Mookie, how you feeling?
Oh
man?
boy. Pretty good. And Sarah posted in the comments that she's testing out her internet in the garage. We'll see how this goes. Is that like the modern day Flex is like garage internet? Like it used to be a garage fridge, right? But now is the Flex garage internet?
I feel like that's not as much of a flex, right? Because it's Wi-Fi. It's just how far your Wi-Fi. Like my Wi-Fi goes pretty far back in the backyard. Like when I'm cutting the grass, I'm on Wi-Fi that whole time with the music going.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I never thought about that. My backyard's farther away than my garage, and I get internet back there. So I don't know. I was just excited. Internet in the garage. I'm like, what a time to be alive. Like I'm doing.
Mookie, have you recovered from Saturday yet? For those of you that don't follow MLS, big game Saturday. FC Cincinnati took down Inter Miami. Messi-less Inter Miami. Suarez-less Inter Miami. A gutted Inter Miami team, but they beat the shit out of them 6-1 to take the top of the table. Did you recover?
That's why we're repping the alt jersey from 2 years ago here to celebrate them, because we don't wear the game jersey on air. Sorry, that's only for matches and TQL. But dude, it was dominant. Like every way you look at it, like and it wasn't like Miami was without their chances either. But Celtano made some big saves. We were really scrappy with a very not thrown together lineup, but we're making the best out of what we got. We were going through some changes here with 2 starting backs out for the year. That's a lot for any team to absorb. And this whole Messi being away on loan stuff, look, I don't want to hear about it because it cost me money. I was really hoping I could sell my tickets for a bunch of cash to some idiot who didn't realize that Messi was out on international duty, but that didn't work out. So I don't want to hear about that shit anymore.
I love that you're just mad that you couldn't take advantage of some poor unsuspecting soccer fan who probably just wanted to get tickets to see for his kid to see Messi, because that's what it all.
Hey man, if you've got the money, I'm willing to take it. Like that's on you. That's not my problem. Sorry.
All right, fair enough. All right, listen, we got to.
I feel like that's the principles that America was founded on. Hey, you've got the money. I'm here to take it.
That's capitalism, baby. Can't hate that. Like that's just pure Americana right there. Happy July 4th. Happy birthday, America.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean I'm not mad at the philosophy. Like I like
it. A little odd here. When are we talking about economics? How'd that happen?
Dude, it always...
But yeah, SC just put it right in Miami's butt the whole evening. It was amazing.
Hell of a transition.
There you go. Right? Bring this back around.
But yeah, right in the butt.
Right in the booty.
Back to you, Ken. God.
I think I just found another line for the next intro.
It never fails.
Just right in the butt the whole game.
I got to tell you, this beer we're drinking tonight is amazing, guys. I can't wait to hear about it. Mike, how are you doing, though?
I'm feeling good, Mookie. Thanks for asking. I'm feeling
good, real good.
Great, good, real good. Biscuit wanting to know, does it count as on time if they all three aren't here on time?
We were here, bro.
For the free pizza. Yeah, we were all here.
Everybody was here. Ain't nobody here for pizza. Look, nobody's paying for shit on our side. So don't try it.
We were here telling mom stories and just enjoying in the shared joy that is family. We'll put it that way.
Rob saying, "Hey guys, appreciate you, Mike. You know why? Thank you. Appreciate you, Robert. Thanks for tuning in, man. All
what
right,
did you do for Robert there?
Let's we're helping grow. It's mutual channel.
People helping people.
So what you mean to say is that a Bengals fan and a Chiefs fan can be friends?
Look, we can set aside differences.
Wow, it's big, y'all.
We can battle it out on the field. Well, not actually us on the field, but you can watch your teams battle it out, talk all the shit, and still be friends afterwards. Listen, tons of great stuff to get to tonight. We got to talk about the whitest Haka that I have ever seen performed in the history of the Haka. Also, we got to talk about the Super Bowl halftime show that's leaked, because I thought everybody was going to be on one side of this, and I was apparently dead wrong. Also, we're going to get to some baseball stories. There was a weird one out of Iowa. Tons to get to tonight. Before all that, though, let's talk about these beers that we are drinking. We're going to start with you, Scott. What is in your mug? We're rating it on Caesar's scale, dog or no dog.
I got super excited about this one. Another local one, and this time we're going back to Sonder for Divot. It is their lemonade and iced tea ale.
Oh, snaps!
Dude. Okay, so once upon a time, I had like a leftover Sam Adams, just like a regular, and a Line and Kugel, a little summer shandy. I'm like, I wonder what it tastes like if you just kind of mix this up a little bit more lemonade. And I found the right mixture, and it's like, it's kind of tastes like, the beer version of an Arnold Palmer. It's as if Sonder is of one mind and they decided to can it, because this is incredible. Like, it just tastes like the perfect amount of beer mixed with lemonade. It's dog as fuck.
I'm super jealous because I've seen that before and I wanted to pick it up.
It's only 4.6%, but this is so crushable, like amazingly crushable. Like, it's very, very good. It comes highly recommended.
The other one you could do if you don't have the same app, if you get Yingling and Line and Kugel Summer Shady, that makes a good Arnold Palmer mix. I think it's any lager with Line and Kugel.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think the lager is the key. But yeah, this is good, man. I'm gonna have to find more of this, because this was one of those two where I was walking past and I saw it and I'm like, ooh, last 6-pack, mine.
Yeah, because that's gonna be a seasonal one. They're not gonna make that into.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I had imagined that they wouldn't have this too often, that I wouldn't be able to find it in my car. So,
all right,
dog, if you can get it.
Mookie, what are you drinking? Dog or no dog? You said you're excited.
Oh yeah, it's a dog. It's delicious. It's called Quantum Hugs, and it's got some seriously dope can art. I don't know if this is gonna chrome out. It's not too bad. Okay. Again, another Canadian brew from Flying Monkeys Craft Brewery. It's delicious, absolutely delicious. Very light, got a good juicy flavor to it. No haze, but it doesn't actually hurt the beer that way. It's an absolute dog. The only downside is I only have one, and that's a real bummer, because this thing ain't gonna
What's
make
the percentage on it?
Drop. 6.1% too. Nice solid.
Okay.
It says 52 IBUs. That feels high for how crushable, but it has a depth of flavor that, oh my god, I just want to bathe in it.
With your breakdowns, giving us the
I'm trying.
IBUs. Wow. Gabe wants to know, by the way, what's the countdown to the baby?
Too soon.
Too soon to get the pool started. Like, we gotta. That's
true. Yeah. October 20th. So, I mean, we got a bit of a ways to go, but I'll get that up and running.
Dude, October 20th. That's gonna be here before you know it. Don't act like that's far off, my man. Trust me, you're gonna blink and it's gonna be October 20th. I can promise you that.
With the amount of shit we've been doing this summer, like, I'm just trying to survive the next 2 weeks. Like, that's where my head's at. So
yeah, and that's how it's gonna go. You're gonna be 2 weeks. Oh shit, it's October 20th.
Oh shit.
Right. And then
shit, I gotta put that crib together, son of a bitch.
Right.
That's when it all hits, when you're like, fuck, we got a week and I have to put a crib together and a changing table and a dresser and we got to paint and there's all kinds of shit that needs to happen. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Do it now. Do it all now.
Spread that shit out.
I feel like
bro.
we'll be okay because as far as assembling things, we've kind of already been doing that because it's. I mean, you have a couple beers and it's like putting together an adult puzzle. So like that's a lot of fun to me.
Spoken like a true first-time dad. I feel like we'll be okay. I feel like we'll be okay. I'm not going to listen to the two guys that have gone through this.
Oh no, I'm telling you. I started putting this together. In that sense, I'm ahead of the curve. Like I put together one of those bouncy ass things, and then the changing table thing, whatever.
Jenna, they're being dramatic again.
Hey, when I'm home and I have free time, I just drink beer and do house projects. So like that's where I'm like, since we've got 2 weekends in a row, we'll be at home. I feel like we're gonna knock out a lot of shit.
Robert saying, guess Mookie believes between 1 to 2 days is kind of a gray area.
Yep. It's all relative, right, man? It's a big gray area there.
Let's check and see what you guys are drinking tonight. I got to scroll back up, scrolling. There we go. Robert is drinking. He said he spent the entire day in front of the grill on 112 degree heat.
Holy crap.
Orthodox barbecue. Because of that, I'm rehydrating with Modelo. And he says it's a dog. That's the way to do that. I don't know what Joe was hitting you with the dynamite drop in Mookie, but I'm glad he did because I'm sure it was some.
I got great takes all day, every day. He knows it.
Gabe is drinking Rocket Science IPA from Full Steam Brewing, 7% ABV. He says that is a dog. Sarah, you would be surprised at the Haka history. I know. I have been a Haka fan for a long time. We'll talk about that. Matt Barr, sorry I'm late, boys. Packing from Mexico. Hardywood Brewing, Tropication Hazy Juicy IPA, 7% ABV and smooth. It's a dog. Don't apologize for being late, Matt. You're good. Looks like you're drinking.
Just don't let it happen again.
Yeah, don't do it again. Jared said he's drinking from Root and Branch. It's a beer called We Don't Live in a Society of Specialists Double IPA, 9+% solid dog. Also, what's up, boys? Miss you too, man.
Miss you too, dude. That is a solid beer name.
I know, right? The name. At first, I was like, wait,
when you had to double Chiron, and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Why did he have to take two? Oh,
it's a long ass name, bro.
That is a long ass name, but I like it.
Biscuit said he's been doing improv on Tuesday nights, preparing to perform again. That's awesome, dude. Can't wait to see you back up on stage. He said he's just being here for the show tonight as a dog, sipping on a Coke Zero.
Hell yeah, dude. Happy to have you.
Meet you, dude. And then Matt Barr, craft brew dads, fuck them kids.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know it.
Scott, I'm with you tonight, kind of. I got the Arnold Palmer spiked.
Hey!
Only 4.5%. But I've been killing these lately. Like after cutting the grass.
Who makes them?
I think it's done by some like Miller Coors Brewing.
Okay.
Actual,
yeah. No. Okay. I was just curious.
It's one of their malt beverages.
Yeah. Sure.
But it's partnership with the actual Arizona tea company for
Ooh, nice.
Flavor is on point. Just wish the alcohol content was just a little bit higher. But
they know that what we will do to these. That's what they have.
Oh my god!
They're like, they're not responsible to flavor this good.
Exactly. With how quickly I drink these beers, there is absolutely no way I could handle anything over 6% on these because I would just be dead. All right, let's start the show off. Let us know, by the way, if you haven't already, let us know in the comments what you guys are drinking. Rated on Caesar scale, dog or no dog. We're going to start the show off with something we haven't started off with for a while. Let's start football. All right, we got to put this in the A block because the story came out yesterday, and I had put up a post about it thinking that everybody was going to be on my side, and they were surprisingly not. But apparently it had leaked that Miley Cyrus is dubbed to be the next Super Bowl halftime. Thank you, Mookie. The next Super Bowl halftime performer in New Orleans next year. That's what the rumors are all saying. Supposedly she was a finalist last year, but they ended up going with Usher over her. So then they were like, well, you could just do it next year. It's fine. So Miley Cyrus is apparently going to be the Super Bowl halftime show. And I thought, hard pass. Hard pass, hardest of pass. I don't want anything to do with the Super Bowl halftime show. And I got killed for that, fellas. There were people all over that post that were like, actually, she puts on, because actually, I got actually to death overnight. Like just a bunch of people that were like, no, actually, pretty good show. Actually, she's going to do all these covers. Actually, it's pretty good. Listen, Miley Cyrus does not have enough bangers for me. I'm sorry.
Not at all. No, absolutely not. Unless she goes all the way back to her Hannah Montana days and plays those joints, which suspect. However, those kids are now of like drinking age, right? It's been long enough now that they're a key demo. So if that's their angle, like maybe, but you're absolutely right. Her discography is not nearly deep enough to sustain a Super Bowl halftime show, especially the year after Usher, unless they're like, look, Usher killed it, so whoever goes after this is just going to be forgotten anyway, so we're just going to waste one here and let Miley have it. Like, again, I could see that being the right choice. It's a terrible, it's going to be bad. I won't even watch. That's not true. I'm going to gamble on it, so I'll be watching.
Scott, how do you feel about this halftime show pick?
Okay, so at first, when I heard it, like the old me, whatever, I'm like, fuck this, typical halftime show bullshit.
You're gonna turn on me too. You're
Like,
gonna actually.
No, you are right. But my friend, I am coming at this from a completely different angle, and I apologize that I'm going against you, but when you hear my reasoning, you will understand. We live in a universe and a world where we are inundated with too much Taylor Swift. And so when I heard that it was Miley Cyrus, my first thought was, man, fuck that bitch. But also, it's not Taylor Swift, so like that's a dub. Like, and every person who performs or does something in a public setting that I may have to come across or endure, as long as it's not Taylor Swift, I consider that a dub. That's where we are at in this world. And I feel like, yo, man, like they gave me the West Coast thing. Like they gave me Dre and M. They threw me my bone, right? Like we're still waiting on that Outcast one, but like we've gotten fed, right? We got Usher. Like we've eaten for a little bit. Like, okay, like let somebody else eat. And it's not Taylor Swift. So like that's a dub, man. Like it may not be the biggest battle, but we didn't lose the war. So I'm okay with this because it's not Taylor Swift. Again, I can't not stress enough that it is not Taylor Swift.
Robert saying, why the Taylor Trey? Damn, I hope she sings the national anthem now. And then Joe saying, OWGs hate Taylor for no reason.
Dude, the comment section tonight is already going off. And Mike, I was wondering when you're going to get to some of these, but
in a way, Mike, man. I was like, I'm gonna take one for you. I was like, I'm gonna shit on you and I'm gonna go against you, but at the same time, I'm gonna put up a shield because all the Swifties are now gonna come after me, and so it's fine. I'll endure that. Like
maybe it's my fault because when I saw that the Super Bowl was in New Orleans, I always like to look to see who's the local musicians from.
So I can't wait. But Robert Taylor pointing out it's OHWGs in this case, Joe, that hate Taylor Swift.
I mean, it's fine.
I had to make sure we gave Robert his. Because it's rare he earns one. So sorry, Mike.
I'm here to take all of the shrapnel. Again, it's not Taylor Swift. That's all that matters.
I didn't think it was gonna be Taylor Swift, but
I didn't either. But when it's not, you celebrate.
But when I think about who is like from New Orleans, what the artists are that are
Lil Wayne,
Manny Fresh, Mystical, Master P, Juvenile. We could have had.
Whoa!
Are you just throwing names out, or is this like? Rumor?
No. I mean, and that's like it. Like Wayne is mainstream enough and like sane enough. Like he can pass. Like they can put him in the Super Bowl, but like you're getting deep in the weeds there now. Like let's not. We don't want to fight to break out at the fucking Super Bowl. Like we're not trying to invite certain like the Super Bowl's still for certain people.
I want the Super Bowl halftime show to basically be Kendrick's Juneteenth.
I was just gonna say,
That's
like,
what I want.
right? Like he's had such a year.
uh,
Why not give it to Kendrick? Just give Kendrick the halftime show.
Oh my god!
Done.
Can you
Close it
imagine
up.
Kendrick just coming out and playing "Not Like Us" 10 times in a row at the Super Bowl halftime show and then walking off stage?
That'd be
the
amazing.
greatest.
People
troll
would
job
fucking
in
love
the
it too. That's
history.
the thing. Like it would. I don't mean to disrespect, but it would outdo Usher from the year before.
Wow, Biscuit just wow.
Biscuit did say, "I
Wow.
hope Taylor Swift's next boyfriend is an Atlanta Brave, and she goes to every game."
I actually said Atlanta, so I don't know where that is. That's fine. Yeah.
I like
Biscuit,
that.
I love where your
Atlanta.
head's at. Here's the
Atlanta.
problem. Here's the problem. Scott is such an OWG. He doesn't watch Braves games. He listens to them on the radio.
That's
He
true.
wouldn't see any of the Taylor coverage.
Yeah, I'll guess I'll have to catch it in the funnies.
I mean, Biscuit got you with one earlier. Scott, you got your ass handed to you, rightly so. If you continue this besmirchment, I will drive down to Cincinnati and start swinging chairs like I am the WWE.
That was for me.
Oh, that was for you. All I know is
for hating
someone
on
needs to watch out because Biscuit's on one tonight as he gets ready. Like, I would tread carefully.
My whole point is, I know Miley is a great performer and she's got
But
a
is
great
she?
voice.
Is she though?
Yeah,
how do we
I've
know
seen
that?
videos where she's got, a great voice and it's a good performance. I don't want to hear Wrecking Ball at the Super Bowl halftime show. I'm sorry. I
That's
don't.
exactly the problem. Like, because that's the shit we're gonna get, and it's just gonna be terrible. Like, it's gonna be so bad.
Matt Denton pointing out that Maroon 5 played a halftime show with a hit list as shallow as my friend's taste in women. So I guess that's a fair point.
Damn. Well, I mean, catching real strays, Maroon 5. Ouch. Damn.
It's
Central
my
Guy Talk
fault.
pointing out anything but a Limp Biscuit tonight. But not gonna get the air horn for it, but still good.
That'd be a halftime show I'd pay to see. Limp Bizkit
Oh,
coming
hell
out, just
yeah.
Fred Durst.
Oh, I'm here for that shit. Yeah, fuck. Their whole, just let them perform the entire album.
Well, shit, dude. Green Day just put out a new album. Like, let's make it a Limp Bizkit Green Day mashup.
I'm here for it.
I don't.
Oh.
But the whole time I'm screaming, do the old shit.
That's how I was at Red Hot Chili Peppers this past weekend. I was like, play Under the Bridge. That's the only one I want to hear. Just play that one. Under the Bridge. Scar Tissue's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now play Under the Bridge. I don't know this one. Play Under the Bridge.
It hurts because it's true.
There was a dude that was standing in front of me that knew every word to every song, and I was like, Red Hot Chili Peppers is one of those bands that's tough to learn all the lyrics.
Yeah,
to.
man.
They don't
Yeah,
make no
you
fucking
know what?
sense. There's
Look, I
no
like
rhyme or reason.
And I like a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like, they're one of my favorite bands. Knowing all of the catalog, like, yeah, there's some songs that are just off the wall fucking weird.
They don't make sense. Like, when you really listen to the lyrics, it's like, I
I know they don't need to. I mean,
They're
just get
still a fucking
combination.
jam, dude.
Again, over I was just gonna say over like a 12 disc anthology. It's like that's just a lot of songs.
It is. It's a ton. By the way, let me see. Is he Biscuit saying a No Limit halftime show is reserved for when MTV does celebrity?
Yeah, right.
How do we go back in time and have that happen then? Shit,
That would be amazing.
time travel.
Joe said maybe we'll get Party in the USA.
Dude,
in the
who
clip.
fuck-
Okay,
those things
fine. Party in the
they're
USA.
fine.
But imagine Juvenile singing Back That Ass Up at the Super Bowl halftime
mean-
show. That's what we need in New Orleans.
Yeah.
No, no. I don't think. I think it sounds like a better idea than it is. Like, I don't think I want to see old ass Juvenile up on the stage with a bunch of old ass backup dancers. Fucking
Why
shaking
would you
ass.
want to see that, Scott? Like, think about the prop bets. How many under? How many backup dancers will break a hip back in? You know what I mean,
it's like it sounds like it'd be funny, and then you'd see it, you'd be like, "This was a horrible idea." Like this.
Speaking
was
of non-Limp
awful.
Biscuit chime in saying Blink-182, everyone is naked. I'm here for that. That halftime would slap.
Blink-182. I can get behind a Blink-182.
Yeah.
By the way, Matt Barr giving me some tips that I could have used on Friday night. If you can say California, you've got 34% of Red Hot Chili Pepper lyrics down. That's fair. That's a fair point. It's a lot of California in there. All right, so Scott, you're on board with Miley Cyrus just because it's not Taylor Swift. If the NFL came out and was like, we will not ever have Taylor Swift as a Super Bowl halftime performer while she is with one of the players, and then they announced Miley Cyrus, would you still be okay with it? Like if they ruled out Taylor Swift and said there's no possibility of Taylor Swift, we're going to have Miley Cyrus.
I mean, she wouldn't be my first option. I guess I wouldn't lose sleep over it. Like, unfortunately, there's a lot of bad choices out there, right? Like, I feel like Miley Cyrus is one of the few that's like in that realm of people that would play songs that would be like, I accidentally heard this once, you know?
It just struck me. This is so stupid. The obvious answer has been here all along. Why would it not be Beyonce? Like,
because she just did it like
well, first of all, also her name's never been pronounced Beyonce. Like, so that's
sorry, I got a little
that's first.
Why not Beyonce?
There you go. And you said I couldn't do accents. Fuck you, Scott.
That wasn't you. Beyonce. That was amazing.
She should have done it. I mean, Cowboy Carter is still hot. She just reinvented herself. She's got a massive discography. Plus, she puts on a fucking show. Why would
she just put that show on like 4 years ago?
So what? It'd be a completely different show now.
We're going to war, son. Barr pointing out that I'm going after Swifty. Mookie's going after the Beehive. We figured out the algorithm. We have. I've said this. I'm like, we got to get to this WNBA talk.
I was
like,
gonna say we just got to get Caitlin Clark, and we're all set here. We are talking football. So, Mike, should I give Copa updates or should I save those?
You save those. You don't talk
save
about
those.
First of all, Copa's over. America is out.
Oh, right. You're right. Sorry, forgot about that.
Copacabana.
Sorry. PJ pointing out that Mookie is saying shit crazy tonight. Green Day, Beyonce. You cat in the hat, motherfucker.
Beyonce.
You know, I've been called many things in my life, but cat in the hat motherfucker is a new one. So I don't know what else. Thank you.
And Biscuit and Joe Hall are both making the same emphasis on the wrong syllable. They both made the exact same joke in the comments. Sarah, none of it in a Mario accent. That's right.
Yeah, seriously, he didn't do any of it in an Italian accent. Oh,
well,
God.
apparently maybe French is where I belong in my second voice or whatever. Maybe that's where my home is. You know, Beyonce. Now, see, I don't know.
What the fuck? Why are you so scared?
I don't know, man.
He's like he started off
to the line even.
He started off as Mario and then just backed off as a scared toddler.
That's what I was gonna say. It is.
I was gonna say her name the right way, and I was gonna fuck up the jokes. I had a speed bump coming of not fucking up the name. Gabe wanting to know what you think of this. Lou's a big fan of the Beehive. He's a big Beyonce fan. And honestly, Lou's just happy with whoever's out at the Super Bowl. Just as long as we're all having a good time and jamming together. That's what we're looking for.
That is funny to only us.
Yeah. Look, man, we fucking love it. We absolutely love it.
You know, it's so funny because when I listen back to the audio, that audio doesn't come through very well at all. So it just sounds like a break several times throughout the show where it's like, my audio just dropped out. What the fuck just happened?
So what you're saying is we need to pull it down and like increase the volume on it. Let's make it happen.
Stuff.
What were we even talking about? Oh, halftime shows. Yeah, fuck Miley. I'm out.
I guess since I feel like the listeners of the show have changed my mind slightly, I will wait and see. I was immediately when I heard the news, I was completely out, but I will now wait and see. I guess I'll just temper my excitement of what I thought was going to be an awesome halftime show with Master P rolling out in a gold tank and throw that out the window and deal with Miley coming in on a record.
Gold tank and receding hairline.
God. I just want to hear him. But I want to hear him make him say in the
yeah,
scene.
well, I think we all need that. Like maybe when there's a compromise. Like I feel like Miley seems like she's got enough hood cred to get them to still show up and like get a out of P. Like I feel like we can do that.
That's all we need.
Like let's get a proof of life showing for Silk the Shocker. Like let's make sure he's doing all right. Like let's get them all out there just to get eyes on them. Like I don't need them necessarily performing. It's just like, oh, look at them. They've made it through the no limit war. They made it to the other side.
No casualties.
Yeah, like everybody's all right.
Oh shit! All right, let's switch gears. Scott, we're what, a week and a half away? Like it's almost here.
Oh my God!
College
the
football
Olympics?
25 is so
the Olympics.
I mean, I thought those are coming up soon.
Oh yeah, no, they're close too, but like ain't nobody counting down them shits right now.
You don't know how much money there is to be made in the Olympics. It's like day trading. It's the best like option for that. You can chase everywhere. I can't wait. Personally, handball, hidden gem.
Who isn't having fun because you're the party's degenerate gambler.
It took me forever to find it because somebody moved around all the videos.
I was actually hoping we were going for the camera switching like stare. I was ready for that either way. When the degenerate drop played though, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. This works too. This is nice. Nice little switch up.
Oh man!
So you talking about the MLB All-Star game?
No, we're talking about
what?
College football 25.
Oh, right. Yeah.
EA Sports is in the game. I'm so excited for this game. Guys, listen to what the plan was that I cooked up. Tell me how genius this is.
I'm ready.
I've been trying to get a PS5 for a while, and I've been told we should spend that money on other things.
Always.
Yeah, when are you even going to have time to play? Fair, but I still want it, right? I still want to have it. So
You'll find the time, trust me.
I came up with a plan that we need to start teaching the boys the value of $1. They need to learn what it takes to earn money and spend their money on what they
We're
want.
on the same plan at the same time. Look
Not
at
us buying things for them. They need to start buying things for themselves. They need to learn what it's like.
We have just started that journey too. We just started chores and earning $1 a day because that's all you're earning around this motherfucker. When there's two of you, especially, that's $10 goddamn a week. I ain't made of money.
I've even devised a bonus system so that if behavior is good, then you can get a bonus at the end of the month.
Yeah, see, that's too subjective to me. I need to make a checklist.
It's my subject. Like I get to decide whether
I know, but then it can be swayed, and I like it to be definitive. Is the dog shit picked up? Yes or no? Like I don't want there to be any, well, yeah, you were kind of less of an asshole than you usually are, so I guess you get this bonus. No.
What I'm hearing is Scott is soft. off because this is, in my understanding of what Mike was trying to say, this would be a team FTK policy where the bar just keeps getting raised. Oh yeah, you were this good, but actually we were looking for this good. Like you would never pay out the bonus. You would just dangle it over their head though as extra.
I've learned from corporate America, you're not getting the full bonus ever.
You're never getting the
no, for sure, but I just don't even want there to
be boys. Nobody gets a 5.
Look, I've learned at a job that's taught me you don't even pretend like there is a bonus. Like there's never a bonus. You're never going to get a bonus. You're just going to keep doing this job and you're going to fucking take it and like it. And yeah, you're going to do it at this $1 a day and you're going to enjoy it.
All right, but listen, so they've got all kinds of money saved up from like birthdays, and Jude just had
what? Your kids save money?
They got a lot of money saved up.
What?
I said.
Scott's like, that's my discretionary fund.
Because Jude's been asking for either an Xbox or a PlayStation for a while. And I was like, okay, if you really want that, you need to chip in on this with me. It's like, we'll divide it 3 ways. You guys pay for
this is genius.
And I pay for a third, and we'll get a PS5, but you owe me like $100.
Wait, who's paying the third?
The other son. I have 2 boys. I don't know.
Oh, they're splitting it. Okay, sorry. I thought you were combining the 2 boys into one share, and you were the second share.
And I told him, if you don't chip in, that's fine. You don't get to play it then. You're not allowed to play. So I was able to convince my wife to let me get a PS5 and make the boys pay for it. I'm the Trump of video games in this house. I fucking did it. I'm getting a PS5.
You built the fucking wall. Congratulations.
Here you go, Mike.
Like I am proud of you, and you made them pay for it. Like that's sell out. Like that is Jesus.
And they were happy to do so. I was like, you dummies.
Yeah, that's well done. Well done.
So
I mean, back to the original part. How did you get them to save? Like, what the fuck? Like my kids, we made it 1 week, and they only earned the $5 for each of them. They realized at the end of the first week that, oh, I did all that work and I don't actually get paid. I'm like, yeah, welcome to the real world. And they instead begged their grandparents to Venmo them $10 each, so that they could get the bullshit that they wanted on Fortnite that cost $15. Yeah. And that was how they closed the gap. I was like, oh wow, this is not worked at all. Like, we've taught them, oh, when in doubt, just call somebody and have them bail me out. Like this. Oh, I'm $10 short. Fuck it, send it to me.
That sounds like a very Scott way to do it, though, man. They found a way out. Like, it wasn't them asking for, but they just found a different way to get around it. Be like, oh, you're not going to pay me the 15, so I'll go find the 10. But I ain't working for it. Fuck you, already did.
Yes,
sounds like a very Scott Kaiser method.
I definitely respect the hustle, but listen, that is not.
Don't you hustle on me?
That is not the lesson that I was trying to fucking teach. Like, you pricks. Okay. Like, I mean, really, this whole thing is to just slow the amount of spending you have to do. Like that's really the game, right? Like, yeah, you want to teach them how to be more responsible, but really it's just stopping the amount of times that they ask you, can I? Well, do you have money? No, then fuck you. The answer is no. Like it slows that down. That's all this is. And so that's how I treat it. And so whatever way I can like add more roadblocks, that's what I'm going to fucking do. And their grandparents, fucking just knock the roadblocks over. Like that's
that's what grandparents
like. Thanks.
They just
they also force you to do things you don't want to do. Like, but not if they're your grandparents. Only if they're your parents.
Well, what do you expect them to cancel the inflatables,
guys?
No, absolutely fucking not. Not in this lifetime,
guys. We got. I don't know if you remember this story, but do you remember when Arch Manning opted out of NCAA 25 and was
that's why,
yeah, the game because I want to focus on winning the starting job and I don't want any distractions. And we made fun of him because what a stupid reason, because you being in the game doesn't create any distractions for you unless you're just that egocentric that you're like, well, I've got to play as myself now. He's
Well,
in the
probably
game.
gonna be pissed about his rating. He'd be like, "Oh, that's not a good enough accuracy. I'm
Wait,
much better
what?
than that."
Is he in the game? Like, independent of us getting things wrong, because I mean, yeah, that's not the shocking part.
We
of that.
were right. We were right previously. It was reported that he opted out. He opted out of the game, but he was smart because then he got the bag, fellas. Because every player, if you remember, got $600 and a copy of the game.
Didn't he negotiate more for himself?
He's in a fucking commercial for the game. It's him and Eli in a commercial, and Eli's like coaching him up, and he like runs a play, throws a touchdown pass, gets all pumped, and then he says at the end, "EA Sports, I'm in the game."
Oh,
brilliant marketing.
So it was scripted from the start. I mean, that's brilliant, but also I never even thought about the fact that it's just like, technically, if there were any kids that did opt out because of the world we live in now, they could just patch you in. Like they could just
that's absolutely what happened.
Yeah. So I mean, like even if like it was true at one point that he did hold out and there was any like initial non-agreement between him and his camp, they figured it out, got it all settled, and then we're like, oh, hey, we're gonna even hype it up and do this whole reveal, and bam, you're in. Like any of these kids, like I mean. That's what I'd be telling them. Like, hey, if you change your mind, like, we're not going to not pay you. Like, if you want to be in the game, like, we're trying to keep it as realistic as possible. And, like, maybe there will be quite a few of them that see once the game's out and you're seeing everybody play with themselves. Like, I can imagine that there is a certain amount of pressure to be like, well, shit. I mean, like, and I get $600. Like, yo, like, hey, call up the EA reps. Like, I'm trying to be in the game too. Like, I would like, cause that's like basically what it has to be for a lot of them, right? Like, once you get past the ego of like having whatever ratings and all that other shit, like, it's just the ultimate, like, well, I want to be in the fucking game.
I want to be in the video game.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
First game in 11 years? Like, come on.
Think about how hyped those kids were seeing their likeness when they weren't getting paid in the video game.
Right.
Like, I'm QB number 7, motherfucker. You goddamn right. That's what I'm doing this shit. I'm changing this name. I'm putting my name in here. Oh, he says my name if I put my name in there? Oh, shit.
Right.
They knew it's me. Now it's actually them. Mookie, how do you feel about Arch giving us the old rope-a-dope and ended up being in the game?
I hate that it was him that did it. Like I hate that that guy that got us. And it's just like, gosh, fucking Manning's again. Like back when Eli did his thing, you're like, really, is he really gonna pull this off? This is gonna work? And then it happens, and he wins the title.
Yeah, but I was gonna say they've always backed it up. So like,
I know
you can hate them all you want, but like they always cash them checks.
Like, maybe does that bode well then for Texas, for Caesar, right?
I think it does.
All right, then I guess I'll get behind it just from that perspective. But otherwise, it's like, what are your guys' plans for I guess there'd be the night of the 15th at like 11:30 p.m.
I think you know what those plans are. I think you know what's going to happen that day. It's going down. It's an all-nighter. I'm bringing back college days. They're going to find me on the couch at 6 a.m. with dogs around me, a bunch of Miller Lights all over the floor, and me red-eyed still playing college football as I'm trying to get through the first season in my dynasty mode.
Yeah, I mean, it's
even
going
worse.
down,
You're still
dude.
designing the uniforms or some shit like that.
Like look.
In.
I need you to understand. I'm showing the utmost self-control because I have, at my weakest moments over the last 2 weeks, contemplated, and I'm not going to because
the bundle to get it 3 days early.
Yep. Yeah. I have contemplated paying the extra $40 to be able to play that bitch 4 days early. Like and I've done it. And I'm like, no, like
I really wish you wouldn't have told me about that. I really wish you wouldn't have told me about that at all, man. Like I like,
and here's the thing though, like you can't get the disc version, and I kind of want to have the disc after all these years. I'm like, yo, give me my fucking disc. But like, also, it's the principle of like these games are already $70 for 4 whole fucking days. Like, waited this long, like
I'll wait 4 more days,
right? Like, it's not really wise to pay
me,
the extra $40 for that. Like, but I've thought about it. Like, and I've never really legit thought about it. It's like. The date it's showing, if you buy it's like 4:00 on Monday. You could be fucking playing it. It's going to be ready.
15th.
Yes, people are going to be playing it on
you could buy
Monday. No,
so when's
you
the
can't.
regular? When's the regular release? Like for the
It's
the
Friday.
70?
Like Friday
Friday the
on the 19th. Yes.
So
that's when I can pick up the disc. But I mean, like that's where I've contemplated like wanting to pay it, but if I do it, you only get the digital version, no disc. And I know there's people out there, oh, you old man buying the disc. I don't give a shit. Whatever. It's part of it.
I want it.
But also the other part is really just, I'm like, it's not worth paying an extra $40 for it. Like,
well, those are weekdays. Like I thought you're paying early, like it releases on a weekday and you're paying early to get it on the weekend. I'm like, that might make sense because you play the shit out of it for 2 days
well, and
straight,
then that was also part of my calculation is that I was like, shit. It's a weekday. Like I struggle to find time.
We're not
play
all like Matt Barr here with no responsibilities or future. Like
I'm upgrading now.
Yeah, Matt Barr is already upgrading. He took Tuesday off work.
Because I mean the original but the original date was supposed to be the 16th. So like Tuesday.
That's what
it was supposed to be Tuesday at midnight. Well, then once it updated and everything, they pushed it forward, and it's like at the countdown is on at 4:00 on Monday.
I gotta be honest,
but I can't do it. I want to, but I can't.
What are the odds that something goes catastrophically wrong though, and like the system crashes?
You shut your fucking mouth, Mookie. Shut your fucking mouth. What are you doing? Are you? How dare you?
I mean, the software engineer in me just goes, I would not want to be on call.
What are you doing? Are you fucking kidding me? Why would you put that in the universe?
The amount of old nerds that are going to be flooding those servers to download that shit. People are going to lose their minds if shit doesn't work. And they're old enough now that they know how to complain and make a stink about things that make life hard.
Dare you?
Seriously?
How dare you put that?
What a judgmental prick. Unbelievable.
It makes me judgmental.
Yes, it does.
Okay. I mean, I guess
I feel like you're very judgy on those of us who depend on those servers and depend on that night one enjoyment, and you're just shitting all over us. So you're being judgy. Like, look at you even called us nerds and dorks. Like, well, I won't stand for it.
I mean, gaming nerds and like it's hashtag facts.
Exactly.
These aren't just regular normal people. Like
so
you're dealing with a rabid fan base.
Yeah, you're being judgy.
What an asshole. I swear to God, if anything happens to this game now and the release gets pushed, I'm murdering you in your sleep. Like I'm finding you, and the last thing you're gonna hear is get it for EA. Mother you with the pillow.
I got no response. It's fair. I'm willing to take that whatever you call it, that risk.
That juju.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, let's talk a little basketball.
Boom shakalaka!
The FIBA U17 World Cup was happening this week. You guys were glued to your TVs over that, right? Like that was
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the whole thing.
Still locked in. Never turned it off.
Yep.
Well, you probably did now because it's over. But
no, I know. But I left the TV on. That's how I'm into it. I was like, I'm not turning this TV off ever. Like forever, it will have been this. That way, I can rewind it.
Well, the U.S. won. It's their 7th championship in a row. Their 7th.
That's right, baby.
17.
U.S. of A.
They are undefeated in those 7 tournaments. They roll through teams. In the semifinals this year, they played New Zealand.
Making basketball great again.
So they played New Zealand in the semifinals. Now, New Zealand teams are known for doing the Haka before sporting events. That's like what their culture is. That's what they do. And they like the New Zealand All Blacks in rugby made it really popular. For a long time, I was getting fed all of the New Zealand All Blacks Haka videos. They do it in every sport. And this was no different at the FIBA U17 World Cup. And boys, I don't know what this was. It can only be described as the whitest Haka in the history of Hakas. Let's go to the tape, and you can judge for yourself. I'm going to do no audio because I don't want this to get like cut down as it buffers here. But just take a look at this team and see what you notice about these fellas on New Zealand's team. I don't know if you notice
that haircut, bro. Oh my God.
There's also a lot of white kids on this team, fellas. There's 2 gingers on this team. That's a problem. If you're about to play Team USA in basketball and you got 2 gingers on your team, not a good look. So they go out to do their haka. They're doing the dance. They're yelling. They're screaming. And
what the fuck?
They're not really on beat. They're not into it. It's not intimidating in the least.
It's so goofy looking, especially with these participants. Like, by God,
when you compare it to like what the rugby team does, but guys, I'm not wrong. That's the whitest haka that has ever occurred in the
that was real bad. That was all I can think is no, I don't even want to give it to more. Like we are all now dumber because of that.
Seriously, that was bad. Yikes.
Yeah.
Haka it to me, baby. Sorry. I should.
New Zealand then went on to lose that game 145-65.
Oh. They lost by 80?
Yeah, well,
they got more than doubled up. Jesus.
They should have put their back into it. They definitely should have. Yikes.
It was 145-65, and then the U.S. played Italy in the championship game, and they won that one 129-88. Like,
oh my God, dude!
I think Sarah sums it up well too, because she said, "When I think of a haka, I won't lie, I picture some thickness too."
Yes,
yeah. I think that was one of the biggest things missing. Is there weren't no thickness there, no muscle.
There wasn't anything. Like it was just
the one dude stuck his tongue out at the end.
He did do that.
So there was that. I mean, something.
I feel like not all New Zealand teams need to do the haka. Like there are some that they could be like.
There should be like a qualifying in their own like their federation, like their Olympic federation or whoever runs all that stuff, where like you have to hit a certain mark in judging of your haka to be allowed to do it internationally. Sarah also pointing out no tats.
Yes. Yeah.
No tats or nothing.
And the Aryan nation of haircuts, like as a group.
Yeah,
like,
those were what
the fuck were those?
Days, I tell you,
those haircuts were scary on their own.
Some of their haircuts are
like there was nothing intimidating about the dance itself, but these stern looks in the haircuts were kind of freaking me out.
Should we do it with sound?
Yeah, I mean, we're worried about the Haktua Nation shutting us down.
All right, let's hear it with actual sound this time. It's even worse, fellas.
Also, maybe we can do the chess team one after this.
They're all going like dicks in too. That's weird.
I mean, that dude's kind of intense. I see this is what gets real bad.
Imagine having to watch this before every fucking game. Holy shit. Better yet, can you imagine the American team doing this? Like Russell Wilson, or not Russell, Russell Wilson would actually probably nail this shit. But Russell Westbrook out there doing this shit. Kevin Durant would probably be into this shit.
It's so bad, man. It's the worst.
God bless
America. Can you find us this one? Biscuit saying anyone else getting flashbacks to that chess team walking into the Soros step dance. I don't know this, but I feel like I need to.
I can definitely look into it and see. Biscuit also saying, when I picture a haka, I picture a bunch of Umaga looking motherfuckers, not a bunch of Kiwis.
Alpaca.
Race card.
No, he gets the air horn. Damn it, Mookie. That's unfair.
What?
Race card?
Alpaca haircuts. That sounds discriminatory to me. How are you going to besmirch alpacas like that?
I mean, I feel like any race haircut. They just
Also,
did
Joe Hall pointing out, to be fair, in New Zealand, all athletes are playing rugby. So this is just whatever's left over.
That's a fair point. PJ said the American team does the Cotton Eye Joe dance.
Yikes. No thanks. No.
Oh, wow. That was,
and then Jay saying, the only thing that Haka would make me afraid of is drink getting roofied by one of these guys. The air horn.
Yeah. He's dead on, though. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
It was bad. Just absolutely bad.
Like creepy bad.
Biscuit, I'll keep trying to find the video that you're talking about of the chess team doing the Soro step dance. We'll look into that. Let's shift gears here in basketball slightly. Team USA they've assembled. Everybody's got their jerseys. Did you see, Scott? Jason Tatum is wearing number 10.
Why do we care about that?
That was a good number Kobe wore.
Kobe wore 10 for USA? That's weird. Why do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
Just
Who
was one over
8?
Jordan. Because one over Jordan. Just like Kobe always
Jordan
tried to
was
do.
9?
Yes.
Why?
Jesus, fuck.
Famously.
Like Olympics. What do you mean? Why? Like it was just his
Jordan's
number in
23.
the Olympics.
Why has he got a different number at the Olympics?
Why are you just now learning this? Like what the fuck? Huh? Like why is this shocking breaking news to you?
Because we kicked the shit out of him. I wasn't paying attention to what numbers people wore. It's just like, we won by 80. Good to see things are working right.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really either, except for I always knew Jordan was 9. But whatever. Anyways, so yeah, that's why I'm guessing that Kobe is 10 because same reason he switched to 24 like a douchebag.
But the team named LeBron the best player on the team.
Oh my god!
You've said that 40-year-old LeBron is the best player on Team USA. After there was talk earlier this week, people were like, "Should LeBron come off the bench?" Can you imagine LeBron coming off the bench? Because I think LeBron should come off the bench. And then they were like, no, we voted. LeBron's our best player. That was basically them putting out a story that was just like, he's starting and we have to justify it by saying they voted and he's the best player and you can't have your best player as your sixth man. So LeBron James, everybody.
And anybody getting Trump vibes from the end of LeBron? He's out here I'm the best. I'm the greatest at this still, and the people around him are afraid to go against him, so they're just yeah, he's fucking the greatest of all time, man. Yeah, we're privileged to be able to play with him. He's right here, he's our leader. There's no way we would do anything else. Because they're afraid they'll get sent to Siberia or something when they get back to the NBA, right? So they know that they're not only playing for standing on this team. This is for favor once they get back to the NBA. It's just their Hall of Fame candidacy might be on the line here. If they fuck with LeBron or don't kiss the ring enough and genuflect while they're on this team. So I kind of get it, but again, it's just real Trump vibes. That's all I'm saying.
I mean,
if you wanted to make the comparisons, they're there. That's all I'm saying.
Are we going to win gold?
Then that's the thing. Much like
that's all I give a shit about.
Much like the Trump regime, probably not. It's probably going to be messy.
Then this is
it's probably going to be messy, and we're going to be questioning what the fuck happened. We saw this coming, and we still did this. All right.
See, that's what I'm saying is that if we're not going to win the gold medal, why are we wasting time voting on fucking superlatives? Who's the biggest flirt? Who's the best dressed? Who gives a shit? Go fucking win. Seriously. What's the other shit you vote on in middle school?
I won most school spirit because I was the mascot of my senior year of high school.
Hold on a second. And again, why does everybody go to the you hate LeBron? I don't even hate LeBron. I really don't. That's the thing. I don't. But can anybody sit there and honestly say that he's the best player on this team? Let's come the fuck on. Nobody can say that. Chase saying that goddamn the LeBron hate circle jerk has reached a new level that he's even compared to the Cheeto Mussolini, which I'm only making the comparison of how people are acting around him, but I don't give a shit about LeBron in general. But let's be real. He's not the best player on this team. Like none of them voting for them, if they did vote for it, actually believes that shit.
Who would you put as the best player on Team USA, Scott? If it's not LeBron, who do you have as the best player?
Fuck, I don't even know.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, no, because I've already seen multiple dudes coming out and taking claim to it. Like, yeah, Anthony Edwards was like, yeah, like they're treating me like the number one. What are they? Who is? You are? Huh?
I just love that you're like, there's no way you can say.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't have a definitive number one. It's just not LeBron.
I don't know. I don't know who's on the team. Who's playing?
I mean, I'm just being honest.
I'm taking the field. That's who I'm taking the field.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'll take the field.
Matt Barr is saying Anthony Edwards is the best player. MJ's illegitimate son. Well, if you listen to the announcers during the playoffs,
him tell it. He also agrees.
It's Jordan, and Gabe is saying Steph. Steph is immediately out as best player because he can't spin the ball on his finger. Did you guys know that? That broke this week.
What?
Steph Curry, the guy who
like
can
big
hit
news.
3-pointers at will from 3/4 of the court, who famously, like, there's that video where he finds like a dead spot on the floor just from how the ball bounces back while he's dribbling, cannot spin the ball on his finger. They were doing media stuff and like taking pictures, and they were like, "Can you give us a spin, Steph?" He's like, "No, I can't do it. I can't do it." They were like, "What? No, come on, seriously, like just do it." And he's like, I can't, like, I don't know how to do it. And everybody started razzing him for it. And then he tried to do it and it fell, and he was like, "I can't do it," and like slammed the ball down and got all pissed off. Steph Curry is finally not good at something basketball related, and I'm here for that. I'm totally cool with that.
I was gonna say, as a fellow non-basketball spinner finger myself, like I stand with you, my brother. And
what do you identify as, Scott?
Team light skin too, like whatever word jumble I just put in there, like fellow non-basketball spinner finger.
Finger finner.
Yeah, finger finnerer. Like, we're none of that. So you know what? I feel you. I feel it. Like, it's. And you know what? For people who can't dribble with their left, we meet every Thursday. Like, like while you're at it.
Who needs another half of the court? You know, that's just there for decoration. It's just there to even it out, make it look good, right?
I just don't like the defense to have to think. They know if they know you're going right, they can be in good positioning.
Why do you
That's my motto.
Why?
Because I don't have any confidence in my offense, so might as well make somebody look good.
Next thing I know, Scott's gonna hit us with "I'm just here for the post game snacks, y'all."
I mean, you know,
Capri Suns and Fruit Roll-Ups, baby, all day.
As long as there's snacks for everybody.
Sarah said she doesn't think there is a best because no one is worth knowing. It's actually a really solid roster. Like, Team USA is really well put together this year. I just feel like the rest of the world is caught up, man. Like,
oh yeah, easily.
Giannis carried Greece to the Olympics, so Greece will be in there. France is out of nowhere. They had so many top draft picks this year. Like, France is going to be a squad that's going to be hard to contend with. Plus, they got Wemby. Like, dude, that
guy too. He's so tall. I mean, what are you gonna do? He's up there.
I just figure France will surrender. I'm not worried about them.
Well done. I just want to go back to Mookie's in-depth basketball analysis of, oh, that guy, he's tall.
He's really tall.
What are you gonna do?
I mean, he's got a good point. Like, what are you supposed to do? He's really tall.
Like,
there's no real stopping that.
I mean, honestly, Mike, what it comes down to is when you got a guy on the court that's tall, it's like, oh boy, are you gonna go? Like, they're gonna throw it down low to him, so it's like,
Then he stepped on his own joke. That's what made it even better. He didn't even let his own joke breathe. He just, boom, snuffed it out. Gotta love it.
Also, PJ pointed out that Scott, you know that you can go left by spinning all the way around right.
Well, and that's
Three right
basically
makes a
how I
left.
go. That's basically how I go left because I'm not actually dribbling left. That's for fucking sure. Not with my left hand at any point. It's like trying to walk and chew bubble gum, only like if you're trying to do it for the first time every time.
We know if Scott's going down the left side of the lane, the reverse layup is coming because he cannot do a left-handed layup. Like,
Oh no, God no! There's left-handed nothing. Yeah, there's nothing.
Jay's saying someone on Team USA needs the Vince Carter Wemby if they play. That'd be badass. That is
Who do we even have that could pull that off though? Like. We don't like we've got so many old geriatrics on this team. There's no way.
Okay, hold on. Let's go through this roster because I think you guys they're not that bad. You got Bam Adebayo, solid player, great defender. Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Anthony Davis,
Tyrese Halliburton,
Kevin Durant,
Paolo
Anthony
Banchero.
Edwards, Joel Embiid, ring chaser, Tyrese Halliburton, Drew Holiday, LeBron,
He gonna get
Kawhi,
hurt
and
before we
Jason
win.
Tatum. What's that?
I said he gonna get hurt before we win. So
Jaren Jackson Jr., Brandon Ingram. There's a lot of dudes who can posterize someone easily.
Anthony Edwards would do it. I could see Ant posterizing. Wemby.
I mean, he is our number one option. So, like, why wouldn't it be him?
according to himself.
No one corrected him, except for LeBron, I guess, because he's the
All
best
right.
player.
Let's shift gears away from Team USA. Let's talk about women's Team USA versus the WNBA All-Stars because the voting has concluded. Caitlin's in, Angel Reese is in, and rightfully so. Both of them have made history over the weekend. Angel Reese went for her 13th consecutive double-double. We talked about that last week when she was at like 10. She's up to 13 in a row now. That is now a WNBA record. It's not just like, oh, the best for a rookie. It's a WNBA record for consecutive double-doubles. And then Caitlin Clark, not to be outdone, recorded the first ever triple-double by a rookie in the WNBA. Both of them just going back and forth in the Rookie of the Year, and both of them making the WNBA All-Star team that will take on Team USA. Did you see the votes, Scott, for the WNBA All-Star team and like how exponentially larger it was than last year?
Yeah, I did. And I mean, it when you see numbers like that, like written down, it shows you like it's not just like we're not making this up about the popularity of the WNBA, like, or that there's more attention being paid. Like the voting numbers are staggering. Like, I mean, it's like almost double in just like one category, like where you're talking about like viewership or like participationship in voting.
Dude, it's more than double. The top vote getter last year, Asia Wilson, got 65,000 votes. That was the top vote getter in the WNBA All-Star game. Caitlin Clark got 700,000 this year. It's not just like double. That's ridiculous.
I don't math.
You add a zero.
Larger.
Big number. Also, did you guys hear the big news that Diana Taurasi signed a sponsorship with Centrum 21? Big get right there.
Wow.
I can't wait for this All-Star game. Though.
Who is more of that, like, poster child, figurehead, whatever you want to call it, LeBron or Diana?
For their respective teams? Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
For just being old in the league?
Just being old and being on Team USA because you can't tell them no.
Diana Taurasi, I think. I think I do think LeBron still has skill. I can't imagine him being the best player on this team at this point in his career, but he's still good. Like, but Diana, like, there's no way she deserves a spot on this team, right? Like, based on who we know's not on the team, like, come on.
There's
Like, come on.
That's how Scott would have tried to get Caitlin on the team if he's on Team USA roster. They're like, all right, and we're gonna take Diana Taurasi. And Scott's like, guys, come on.
You know damn well you ain't taking her. Like, and that's how I feel like you can't come on LeBron yet. Like, I mean, pause. Like he's still got enough talent to be on the team for sure. Just not but there's multiple people on the WNBA version, the women's side, that you're just like, nah, they're definitely just there because they've paved the way and done the things and they're ambassadors of the game. That's cool. Like I don't have anything wrong with that. It's just there's no way you can really just sit there and say like, oh yeah, it's all on merit. And I think that she's closer to being just there because of who she is versus LeBron.
Is this going to be one of the first All-Star games in a long time where we actually see people trying? Because like every All-Star game, it's like,
oh yeah, they're gonna go hard. Like I was gonna say, should we be worried about our the WNBA All-Stars hurting Team USA? That literally then hurts our chance at a gold. Like we need that for the medal count, man.
I think
I think we might get the best game of their whole thing right here, right now. Like this game might be the one that's
the closest.
Yeah, one. This is I think this is the one that they might go after the hardest. Like because they're just assuming that they'll win the gold, right? So like they're probably not gonna have to. They could probably win most of those games by not giving that much effort. But I do think that they want to go hard and like make sure that they can be like, yo, young whippersnappers, we still here. Like, and this is Team USA. Like y'all got next like we had next. I do think that it's gonna be a really like competitive game from that standpoint. Like they're gonna want to hit them hard.
Mookie, what's your takeaway from this All-Star game? Is this something you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I was thinking they should have posted the line now, right? Because the lineups are final.
They should be, yes.
I got to see what that is because I was going to say, it's like, what would you guys put the line at? I'm going to go Team USA -5.5.
That seems low.
It does seem low.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that they would probably push them closer to double digits. I'm going to say it's closer to 8.
Really?
Yeah.
You got Team USA -8 in that game?
Yeah, because I mean, like after the top couple, like who all do they have, right? Like we're expressing it based on those top two, the rookies, but like who all do they really have left over after besides those two?
That's
like who are the biggest names outside of them?
Honestly, don't know who else is on the.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like I would still
the pick is like the top 12 went to
right, and so I imagine that they're still favored by like 8 points at least. Like they're like again, you're trying to get people like Mookie to bet the other side. So
Mookie, what would it take? What's the line that it would take for you to bet the WNBA All-Star?
He's probably mad because he's like 8. He's like, that's a pretty solid line. Like, look at him. He's thinking. He's like, would I take Team USA at 8?
I don't think I would. That's the thing. I don't think I would. Like 6. See, that's why I said 5.5. Like,
okay, so look it up. Can we see it yet or no?
I haven't found it. It's not on FanDuel or DraftKings.
Now, like, and look at this. I've never been more curious about women's basketball gambling lines in my entire life for a game that's just an exhibition game. Like, it doesn't even count for anything. And I'm like, yo, I really got to know this line. I'm curious.
I want to see. I'm just excited to see Caitlin and Angel playing on the same team. Like, and
we talked about that. Like, I still think that's an underrated part of this whole thing because that rivalry is real, at least on one side. And so the fact that they're going to have to coexist and like play together, I'm just curious to see how it goes down. Like maybe there's still a little bit of, gamesmanship, not quite being on the same page. I don't know. But I'm curious enough to check it out.
What? So like Angel doesn't pass to Caitlin or something? Is that what you're saying is going to happen?
I'm not saying that she doesn't pass to her, but I wonder if there's going to be that like general camaraderie that you see amongst like all-star teams like this. You know what I mean? Like, or if there's still going to be that little like kind of just iciness between the two of them, regardless of the fact that they're playing on the same team. Like, not that they won't work together when they're out on the court, but there's just they're not going to be all as buddy as we're used to seeing. Like, again, to take it back to the Bird and Magic comparisons, it's like when they were on the court, they were not friendly, you know. So,
guys, Team USA is going to wax the floor with that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's 8 points. Like,
this roster,
I thought it was going to be low.
8 is low.
That's what I thought too.
Griner, Sabrina Ionescu, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, Skip Tarasi, Alyssa Thomas, Asia Wilson, Jackie Young. Team USA is about to fucking
wait. I thought Asia Wilson took her name out of whatever for
Team USA. She's on Team USA's roster.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said 8, and I felt like that was low, and you're like, "Ooh, wow, that seems high."
Yeah, wow.
No, Team USA is. I might set the line at like Team USA minus 12. Like I think it's gonna be. This could get ugly. This could be really ugly.
And that's before you factor in the these bitches. Yeah, we're gonna we're sick of hearing about them. We're gonna go hard at them. Like they're gonna want
that Asia Wilson by herself could wreck the All-Star team.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah,
I'm not as excited now. Now that
unfortunate place for
roster.
Well, but see, that's where you start betting the quarter lines, right? Because they play quarters in this, so you can just play it from that angle, and that'll give you something to do.
Men's college basketball, the only place.
True, the only one that does have. Yeah,
gotta love that.
I don't know. I feel like at least the first 2 quarters will be worth watching, and then after that, you're right. I think it'll be like an 8-point lead that Team USA stretches to 15 right at the start of the second half, and then you can turn it off and take a nap.
Fair enough. Fellas, let's talk real quick before we get into baseball. I do want to talk a little bit of tennis. Did you guys see Joker complaining at center court about the disrespect from the fans after his match? Did anybody see this?
I did
I
not.
didn't get fucked though.
What? I'm kind of with Mookie on this one, but what exactly happened?
After his match against the 15th seed Holger Rune at Wimbledon, where the audience was yelling throughout the match at various points, Rune, like every fan does when somebody's last name is like that. So they were saying that, and Joker thought they were booing him. So he thought the fans were being disrespectful during the match by booing him, and ripped them afterwards on the microphone at center court. Weirdest thing I've ever seen happen in tennis. Like, this dude doesn't know. Does he not know that that's what fans do when somebody's name rhymes with boo? Like, that's what fans do. Mookie, is Joker a joker for this?
Did you just turn into a Cat in the Hat motherfucker? Because I feel like you just did. But yeah, Joker's a big old bitch. Dirty old bitch. Get out of here with that crap.
Joker for this one?
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a big old bitch for it, but you'd be amazed at how many people still don't understand that whole like boo thing when like you. I mean, not that it's a shining star example, but it's just like, you ever watch a football game with your parents? It's like, my mom's been like, why are they booing? And it's like, they're not. Like, why would they be booing the whole team? No, they're saying like a variation on his name. It sounds like a boo. Like, God damn it, keep up. So while I think that athletes should be very well aware of that and are, so he gets no excuse, I will say there's a surprising amount of idiots that are completely unaware about that whole like boo sounding like celebration, even though it sounds like a jeer.
So speaking of fans saying shit at games, this last weekend when FC put it on Inter Miami, Bailey towards the end started chanting. So as we're beating them down at home, the Bailey, our supporter section, starts chanting, "You need Messi, we have Lucho," just over and over and over, just needling it to him. And I'm like, oh, see that is fans chanting gone absolutely right.
And then Lucho told him to stop. Like Lucha didn't want that smoke. He told the Bailey to stop chanting that because he doesn't want that smoke when Messi comes back from playing with Argentina, and then they have to play Inter Miami.
Who by the way, is up 2-0 in the 55th on Canada.
That's Drake's fault.
It is Drake's fault. So since we're talking soccer, we all knew Canada was doomed from the jump because Drake came out and said he put a $300,000 bet on Canada to win tonight against the great one, Lionel Messi and Argentina. It's not going well for them. They're down 2-0. They stuck it out early. They were competitive. They had a chance or two, but you can see the quality in Argentina is just there. They're really not threatened or worried by Canada at all. And they've got 2 in the hole now. So, that's a wash. Let's move on to the next one.
It sucks though because Canada made it farther than the U.S. So as much shit as we can talk about them getting run by Argentina tonight, they still made it further with the coach.
And they look competitive doing it too. They didn't stumble into it by accident. Like
when we had the chance to hire that dude and instead went, you know what? Let's run it back with Greg Berhalter. We deserve it. We deserve what we got here with Canada making it further than us and representing CONCACAF in this tournament. Rough.
Couldn't have happened to a better federation, better soccer federation. Way to go, US.
Biscuit said, new segment, Cat in the Hat Motherfucker of the Week. It's not bad like Motherfucker of the Week, but more of a fun thing. And then Gabe with the correct question, Mookie, we'll defer to you as the hockey expert. Is it Lionel or Lionel? Because you said Lionel.
Well, I say shit.
Well, I say shit. That's a solid analysis.
I mean,
I
right.
like that. Well, I say shit. Don't take my word for it. Maybe he's not going to be so bad at this dad thing after all. Yeah, well, I say shit. Don't listen to me.
I mean, if there's one thing I learned being on this show, it's that moving goalposts in your favor is accepted and expected. So
100%.
That's how the world works. So why not lean into it?
Gabe wants to know which way it's spelled. Is it with an E or an I?
I don't fucking. It's MESSI.
We got to go back to this. Sarah said when she was in high school, she got called into the principal's office because a cheerleader thought that during the game I had called her a whore. Not that I could have mouthed the words score, more, etc. She thought that Sarah was calling her a whore.
I mean, to be fair, Sarah, was she a whore?
I mean, Sarah didn't say I didn't call her a whore in that statement. Yeah. She just said,
not sounded like a self-fulfilling prophecy, though. Like the bitch knew she was a whore, and she's like, she just called me a whore. Like I do that too. But that way you have plausible deniability. Be like, remember that one time I called that bitch out? I wasn't about to just take her calling me a whore because I am not one, right? Just because I sucked all those dicks does not make me a whore.
Does not make me a whore.
Baseball.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
Mike wasn't ready after the transition still.
Didn't give him enough time.
Well, I had composed myself, but then in my head I heard just because I sucked all those dicks because getting flipped. And it's getting just like that line is getting put into the intro of just you saying, just because I sucked all those dicks doesn't make me a whore.
Good. Double down, baby.
Chase following up with the quote of try not to suck any dick on your way to the parking lot.
This guy wants to know why you look like one of the 13 ghosts, Mookie.
Is my shit too white and blinding?
Oh shit. All right. Baseball stories. So there's a state senator in Iowa, 44-year-old state senator named JD. What the fuck's this guy's name? JD Scholten. All right. Apparently he played professional baseball for a while. He played in Canada. He played in Germany. He played for some minor league teams in the U.S. Well, one of the teams that he had played for was the Sioux City Explorers, and they had an emergency situation, and they needed a pitcher. So they called up old JD, and they were like, hey, listen, I know democracy is in trouble right now, but do you mind taking a break from being a state senator in Iowa, come throw a game for us. And JD was like, fuck yeah, I will. Signed a 1-day contract with the Sioux City Explorers and went out and pitched last night. He went into the 7th inning, threw 100 pitches, got the W.
Damn.
Like, that's
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What?
Just walking off the street? Like, Jesus.
You know how much they pay guys to do that professionally? What the hell?
44-year-old dude who hasn't played baseball competitively in a few years came out of the state capitol building in Iowa, went to the Sioux City Explorers, dealt for 6 2/3 and 100 pitches and got the W. Like,
dude, Jesus fuck. My shoulder blade just started hurting. Like, just thinking about that. Holy tip of the cap to this fucking guy. 44 years.
I need 2 weeks notice to throw batting practice to 8-year-olds.
Yeah, and if you told me I was throwing 100 pitches in 7 innings, like, I'm like, well, clear my calendar. I'm gonna need the next 2 weeks off to recover. Like, this is going to be 2 weeks of ice bathing to get the swelling down on this one.
Ice bathing. Nice guy. Well done.
Yeah. Like, holy
I don't know.
shit, man.
Ferris said that's on par with the Zamboni driver hockey goalie. I gotta say, this might be a little bit more impressive because the hockey goalies, they usually play in the beer leagues or at least getting some reps in. Like, where are you throwing 100 competitive pitches?
Nowhere, because this guy clearly just did it on a whim. There's no way that you can prepare for this. That's what makes it even more insane.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
right.
Oh God, good for his arm. But seriously, that's the follow-up interview we need. Like, how you feeling? Like, 48 hours after.
He obviously got the quality start, but
yes, he got the win. He got the
win. He got the W.
Nice.
All right, so here's the craziest thing too. In July of 2023, he had retired, or he had come back to professional baseball. He retired back in, let's see, when did he retire? 2005-ish. He retired from professional baseball. So in 2023, he came back out of retirement, and there was a team that had lost a bunch of players due to injury and issues with Japanese players' visas. And in 6 games, 3 starts for the club, he had a 2-1 record, a 4.5 ERA with 31 strikeouts across 26 innings pitched. This dude just comes out of nowhere and throws
fucking ringer.
Yeah.
But you know what though? Like, what if you're the last guy on the roster, right? Like, how bad do you feel if you're struggling to stay on this roster? This is one of your last chances, or this is your last chance. And like it's all coming to an end, and here comes this 44-year-old asshole who just comes in off the street and fucking outdoes you. Oh my God, what a fucking oh Jesus, what a kick to the dick that shit would be.
I mean,
can you believe this fucking guy? Can you believe this fucking guy comes in off the street and throws fucking 101 pitches? Like, I could fucking do that anytime I wanted to, but like this fucking guy right here. I would this guy the shit out of them, motherfucker.
Biscuit saying if he was on losing team, he would quit because he lost his like,
yeah, why don't you go fucking legislate something and instead of leave the pitch into the professionals, you fucking asshole.
Right, because he's like, that's
why this country is in the shape it's in, because we got guys who think they can fucking pitch and not making the fucking laws like they're supposed to. Can you believe this fucking guy coming in throwing 100 pitches? Fuck this guy.
Old
ass motherfucker.
He could pitch though. That's the problem. Like
no, I know, but this is the conversations that the guy on the back end of the roster's having with everybody else, like trying to convince everybody why
he's going to raise your taxes.
Yeah.
He's 44. There's no way this dude's out here throwing fastballs, right? Like, this is Bronson Arroyo style. He's throwing like 80 miles.
Oh God, no! I hope not. Like, don't let this guy come out of the fucking just off the street throwing gas. Like, please, no. Like, then we all got to rethink our lives. If he's just like, just coming in and 95, no thing. I could probably get it in there harder, but just on a whim, like unprepared, I can only crank it up to 95.
What? So, Mike, are you thinking he's like Greg Maddoxing his way around the corners and shit?
I hope he's 1920s wind up like full body swinging to get it up there, fucking like 66, and people are just like, what the fuck? And they're just so baffled by the whole display that's why they're not hitting it. That's the only way this is acceptable to me as a nearly 40-year-old human being. If this old man is up there fucking throwing it any harder and doing anything more impressive than that, then fuck me, because I can't do that at 39. So fuck that shit. I'm thinking it's the most soft tossing shit of all time.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, exactly. This fucking guy. You see this fucking guy? 95 off the street. Fuck this guy.
Which is such a guy talk replied. My 9-year-old just says, "What fucking guy, Dad?"
Sorry, PJ. Sorry, man.
This fucking kid, I tell you.
I've got this dude coming into the game, and he's just like Eddie Harris from Major League, just like has all the here. I got Vaseline.
Miller for three. Oh, he backed it in. We're going to overtime.
You know it wasn't me because you got that false start in there.
You got a second early on that one.
I thought Scott hit it.
No, I did not do anything.
Double click. Oh, that's my
I
bad.
actually was not paying attention. I looked up earlier and I was like, oh damn, we're at like 9:15. I'll be ready. But no, then I got lost in the sauce talking about this old man up here throwing heat.
This fucking guy.
And of course, it was right in the middle of while I was talking.
Hey man, you can't.
You have a knack for that.
Every time. All right, let's move on from that story. Scott, the home run derby, All-Star break coming up. The contestants, some of the contestants have been announced. Like, we don't even have the full list of contestants.
It's the most trickled out list I've ever heard. Like, I just keep getting random texts. Such and such is participating in the home run derby. I'm like, what? I got like 3 names yesterday, just 1 this afternoon. And just it feels like they're just sending out text, and then if somebody says yes, they're like, hey, they're in.
Are you worried about Ozuna in the home run derby? Does that have you nervous for the second half of the season for your boys?
No, I don't believe in the whole swing thing. He ain't gonna win shit. Quite honestly, you know where I'm at with it. Like, when you're younger, you're like, yeah, I want to see my guys play. And now I'm just like, hey, they're there. They got recognized. I want you all to sit the bench and watch the other team's players play. Like, all them Phillies, yeah, y'all got voted in. Go on and play 9. Like, the fans want to see you there. I feel like you should play all 9 innings. Hey, you guys want to do some extras just for shits and gigs? Yeah. All the Phillies players staying in this game through all of the innings. No, Braves guys, nah, we don't need to see them. They're fine. Like, I want them to pull a Sammy Sosa and just leave the game mid-game. No option of getting in. Like, I'm happy they're there. Don't want to risk injury. So I felt really bad because there was like a story that came out that Ellie De La Cruz is trying to learn Japanese so that he could talk to Shohei Ohtani when he's at the All-Star game. And everybody was like, that's really cool of him to do that. That's pretty cool. And I was like, no, this fucking sucks, because all he's doing is planting the seeds to get to LA. Like, he's out. He's not coming to Cincinnati. He's trying to already learn how to hang with Shohei out in LA. So he's going to be and would it be even worse if that's like what if Shohei, like, the first things he says to him, it's like, oh, I heard you're trying to learn Japanese. Congratulations. Now let me pitch you on the Dodgers. Maybe that wasn't what Ellie was thinking at all. Like, maybe he's like, I'm really happy in Cincinnati, but I just think it would be really cool to be able to converse with one of the best players in the game on his level and show that respect enough to learn the language. And then he does it, and and Shohei's like, ha ha ha, motherfucker. Now that you speak my language and no one else can understand this, let me pitch you on the Dodgers.
Shohei's like, konnichiwa.
Yes.
That was weird.
A little bit of a stretch. Yeah,
that was a weird choice. All right, so the field so far, you got Gunnar Henderson from the Orioles, Bobby Witt Jr. is in there, Marcell Ozuna, Jose Ramirez from the Guardians, which is I'm excited to see him in there. Who else is in it, Scott?
Alec Boehm. That's the one. The one when it came through that I thought, I was like, wait, are we already announcing the like home run derby backup participants? Surely this can't be the full, like the original roster. And then I got the Ramirez one, and I'm like, oh shit. So like we were naming like actual participants still. How the fuck did Alec Boehm get an invite? He has 11 home runs. He's not like a home run hitter. You know what? No, the more that I think about it, it's a Phillies hitter. Like, fuck up his swing. I mean, maybe he'll hit less than 11. He was really concerned. Like, he'll hit less than 11 in the second half. Whatever. I guess, you know what? Tire him out. Maybe, fuck it. Maybe he'll get a pulled oblique. It'll just be done for the year. I mean, I'm not wishing injuries, but also, like, you know, if it happened, like.
You know what I'm really excited about, Scott? Is Pete Alonso is back in the home run derby. He's going for the third crown, the only player besides Junior to win the home run derby 3 times. And I'm just excited because that means we get to potentially see deadlifting Pete Alonso in a full Mets uniform at the home run derby again.
I mean,
when he went full weirdo and was deadlifting
during the home run derby,
home run derby, and then meditating in the back. That was when life was.
I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it.
Mookie, how much do you care about the home run derby?
None.
Okay, fair enough.
I won't even bet on it because it just, who the fuck cares?
You won't even bet on it? Oh, God,
No.
That's terrible. Gabe says bring back steroids.
I agree with that. That would make it worth watching. Mhm.
Would be fun to see that. And then Matt Barr is saying bring back the old rules, 10 outs, 20-second swing clock. Got to swing within 20 seconds or not, or it's an automatic out. What is because, Scott, they changed the format this year, right? Like it's
Did they again?
Yes. So it's like 8
Oh, then
guys
I don't even know now. Because I honestly, it was one of those things where I had just kind of caught up to the way they had started doing it with, you know, the rules that they had implemented recently. And if they switched it, then I'm extra lost in the woods, like on this whole fucking thing.
I want to say that the new rules are there's like 8 contestants and they all go in the first round and the top 4 move on. Like it's not the same bracket style. All right, here we go. Through the first 2 rounds, each hitter will have 3 minutes or 40 total pitches, whichever comes first. That's kind of bizarre.
Yeah, that's weird.
Each will be granted 1 45-second timeout that cannot be used during bonus time, which is awarded for home runs longer than 425 feet. The finals will only grant hitters 2 minutes or 27 pitches. Why are we going less in the finals? Like, give them more time. Why? It needs to be like when in 8 Mile when they're like, it's not just a minute. It's a minute and a half. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. Like, that's what we need to see in the finals.
Yeah, seriously.
Not this bullshit of we're going to cut down the time. Yeah, let's see how we can do it.
See, this is the issue. They need to either go all in and like give the dudes aluminum bats. Like, I want to see that shit. Show me how far you can actually hit it. Like, take the regulators off these engines and let them run. Or you go the other route, like Biscuit said, and bring the bunt competition over from Japan. Yeah. I would tune in to watch that. That would be entertaining because that to
metal
me
bats before the bunt competition.
Why not both? Let's
I mean, that's fine. I mean,
metal bats in the home run derby and splice in the bunt competition because Ryan McCarthy does. And the radio bunt derby is one of the.
I also want you to switch it up. So, like, I want Yordan Alvarez in the bunt contest, but I want Stephen Kwan in the home run competition with the metal bats. Like let's get things all the way weird. I want to see the big dudes trying to fucking lay down a bunt and then the smaller dudes, like, just seeing how far they can hit it. Like, with a metal bat, they should have no problem getting it out, but I'll be curious to see how far they can hit it with a metal bat.
I'm on board. Mookie, where did the ooh come from?
Do we team the guys up and make it like a duo thing, right? Where you've got one power hitter bunting and one contact hitter doing the home runs, and you put them together, and that's how you win.
Not bad. I don't hate that idea. I kind of like that one. So getting back to Matt Barr's point about the original like rules, I feel like this is closer than what we were at before with like the weird tournament style bracket. Like,
Yeah.
this is closer, so I'm okay with this set of rules. One last thing I wanted to talk about tonight, guys. Have you seen all this stuff with like Trevor Bauer posting all this in the Mexican League and saying he's going to sue MLB for $1 billion?
Hold on. I'll get the drop ready.
Well, okay. This is what I don't understand. Like he's posting these videos where he's dealing in the Mexican League, and I'm like, that's great, good for you that you found a job, that you're pitching well. But why does that mean that you are ready? Like you can be back in the majors? Like I never understood why. Like what the flex was there of like, look at what I'm doing. I'm telling these guys I'm going to throw gas, and then I throw gas and they can't catch up. Like, yeah, they probably can't. And then my suspicions were confirmed because a meme went across my timeline this week that detailed out Robinson Cano's numbers in the Mexican League. First of all, Scott, did you know Robinson Cano was playing in Mexico?
No, but good for him finding work.
Yeah. Robinson Cano has a 457 batting average.
Oh my God.
He is a 697 slugging percentage.
And somebody should really sign that guy. He's pretty
runs,
good.
22 doubles, and he's got a 505 on base percentage. Maybe Trevor Bauer should pump the brakes, bragging about what he's doing in Mexico.
Wait. Should he though? Think about the inverse. If the pitching, if the hitting stats are that inflated, like this might lend more to his argument. You're like, if a guy like fucking Robinson Cano and his old ass can bat 400, imagine what the rest of these fuckers are doing. And I'm shutting them all down. Like we actually fucked up. We exposed more help for Trevor.
I'm sure that's what we did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's what that means, Scott, is that there's that much quality on the hitting side.
Well, you got to understand who's making this argument. The same guy who's like, look, I should be back in major leagues because of this. It's equivalent to the guy who gets broken up with his long-term girlfriend and then takes out like, his little sister's best friend to McDonald's and was like, look, I could be in a committed relationship. Like, We're here at fucking McDonald's, aren't we? Like, look at this. And like, I'm not even one that's against Trevor Bauer getting a second chance, but it's literally like every night.
But I mean, fuck
him and his fucking promotions team is just out there like pumping, like, look at what he's doing, and it's like we're being denied the opportunity, and it's just like. It starts to fall on deaf ears, man. Like, it's just like, all right, dude, just shut the fuck up. Like, maybe if you just shut the fuck up, somebody might have given you a chance by now. Like, it's like the Pete Rose thing, where you're just like, if at one point Pete would have just shut the fuck up, owned it, and just kept his mouth shut, he'd have been in the goddamn Hall of Fame. And now they're like, nah, we're just going to do it like the day after you die, like out of spite. Like,
they fucking better not.
Like the day after Trevor Bauer retires officially, they'll be like, oh, hey, like we were going to call you. You want to sign a lifetime deal?
Send him a text that night, the U up. And that's it.
Right. Like after he officially is like retired, like it's clear that he no longer can play, like physically, just, well past, maybe he's 45 instead of 44. Cause apparently at 44, he can just come out here and just throw gas, but whatever.
See, that's the other part.
So when he's like 45,
actually, that's a good point, Scott.
A lifetime deal. And,
do it for Sioux City and then make some legislation, and then we'll be impressed, Trevor. Maybe then we'll consider giving you some offers to come back in the bigs.
Right. Well, because, if you're a major league team, you're like, well, I don't need to pay you, Trevor. I can just pay this guy. This fucking guy right over here. Is this fucking guy? This fucking guy is just throwing 95 off just on a whim. You're striking out Mexican guys.
He had a free afternoon. Figured he'd chip in. And,
right off the street. He's making what? League minimum? Yeah. Fuck it. How much you want, Trevor? Too much. Yeah. See, I'll just fucking sign this guy.
Robinson Cano leads the league in average. 457. The next closest is 398. Robinson Cano leads the league in on base percentage, 505. Next closest is 484. Robinson Cano is second in slugging percentage at 697, and his OPS puts him at second. Robinson Cano is just dominating the league.
So imagine if you're Trevor and you can strike him out on 3 pitches. You're like, yo, what the fuck, bro? I just struck out God.
Robinson Cano matchup. That's what I want to see now. I want to see, and PJ Wright,
there you go,
pointing out Trevor offered to play for the league minimum.
But that's another all-star game, mini game. Trevor
and that's fine
versus Robinson, one at maybe give him 3 at bats or something. I don't know, something like that. We can offer that. Can be the interchange between the home run derby and the bunt competition. That can be the changeover game. they can flash to him.
At some point for Trevor, it just becomes just shut the fuck up, dude. Just shut the fuck up. And that's all it is.
Came a long time ago.
No, I mean it did. It come a long time ago, and he's unaware of it. And despite the fact that he maybe could have argued and had just an argument, skills wise and on the field results wise, that he deserved another shot, he's pissed it all away because he just couldn't shut the fuck up.
Listen, I feel like there's something that Trevor should hear. There's some motivational words that he needs to hear because he keeps hearing no from the major leagues. And you know what, Trevor?
You don't worry about the no's. You only worry about the yeses. The no's determine your future, not the yeses that will come.
And those
I feel like that is
your
the
future.
I feel like that is the motivation he needs. You just tell everybody, the yeses are gonna come. The no's don't determine my future.
The no's determine your future. The yeses,
they'll come.
I
know. Is that how that goes?
Fool me can't get fooled again. Also, Trevor.
God bless you. Go Irish.
All right, let's talk about these beers that we were drinking tonight.
Oh my gosh!
Rate them on Caesar's scale, dog or no dog. Scott, what was in your mug, dog or no dog?
I was drinking Sonder Brewing's Divot, their lemonade and iced tea ale mixture. Fucking delicious. Only 4.6%, but tastes just like the Arnold Palmer of beers, and I'll get that out one day. But
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer.
That's a hard one too. Imagine if it was apricot almond. Oh shit! Now.
Yeah, see, not so easy, motherfucker.
Oh shit!
That backfired.
The quantum hugs I had tonight from Flying Monkey Brewing Company. Absolute dog. Would drink again. Sad I only had one because it was gone an hour and 40 minutes ago.
That is disappointing. I missed PJ's comment from earlier. He had chimed in. He's having a backwards bastard ale. So fantastic brew on that one, PJ. I am actually drinking Arnold Palmer Spike. I actually have Arnold Palmer that has alcohol in it. It's 4.5%. It's delicious. It's an absolute dog. One of my favorites. Beers loosely. We'll use that term loosely in this case. Guys, you know what tonight was? This was a show.
Oh my god, yeah, it was.
A show. Holy shit, man.
Remember we were talking about Miley Cyrus? That was like a week ago.
It really was.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Good Lord, that music comes in hot, Joe. You gotta really worry about that. You gotta tone that down. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. This was episode number 400. Remember, Scott, when I was like, we're gonna forget?
Oh, I told you we would.
This was episode number
because you said, "Hey, I'm putting this out there so that I'm not the only one that remembers." I'm like, that's cool because we're just all gonna forget.
We all forgot, but 400 episodes deep in this bitch. Thank you to everybody who has subscribed, everybody who shared out the show, who's helped us out. Let's keep that shit going, all right? Tell a friend. If you enjoy the show, tell a friend that you think would enjoy the show. Send them this link. Be like, hey, these guys are crazy. They make fun of Lou Holtz. They also hate Taylor Swift, at least one guy does. And somebody says Beyonce. It's a really...
We're real fucking cultured.
So sub to the YouTube page. Make sure you help us out there. So you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're on all of those. Join the Facebook group. It's a ton of fun in there. It's basically the comment section of life. So go join that. It's the only reason to stay on Facebook. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Tons of great content there and tons of great podcasts on the Belly Up Sports Media Network. Go give them some love as well. Sub, rate, review, help them out as well. We will see you all next week, everybody. Cheers.
Anchorman is 20 years old. Holy shit, y'all.
You asshole.
Never walk alone, dog. Not cool as God.
I don't know much about your show or what's going on.